Well, I'm gonna begin by asking. I mean, you're a big baseball fan, and I was wondering if you knew much about this story before you got involved in this project.
Surprisingly, I didn't, because as you are correct, I am a massive baseball fan, and somehow this story had flown under my radar inexplicably. But I was when I learned about it, when I read the script, and then I sort of researched it, I was really compelled by it, and I thought it's an incredible story. Like the fact that someone can have zero knowledge of a sport and within a year become proficient enough to play at the elite level is mystifying to me, and it actually happened. It's a really cool, inspiring story that basically says if you work hard enough at anything, you can accomplish it. Which sounds hokey and cheesy, but it's true.
Well, it must be nice in a sense to make a movie that's this kind of such an inspirational story, because it's a film that you can show anyone. You know, you can take your friends' kids or your family, and it must be nice for you to make a film that's so accessible to such a broad audience.
It was, and it is, and in fact, you know, sort of being known for playing the character that I play in my day job, so to speak. It is nice to say, like, you know, I can send my nieces and my nephews and my friends' kids, and it's inspiring in that way, and it's also sort of accessible in that way. You know, it's not all of my friends' children probably have seen Bridesmaids, hopefully. So this is a better opportunity for them to see Uncle John's work.
Is it quite odd, and is there quite a lot of pressure involved in playing someone that is real and will see this movie? Because you've met JB,
yes,
and it must be quite odd, sort of portraying him and then knowing he's actually going to sit there and watch the final product.
Well, ideally, you certainly don't want to portray anything that didn't happen or portray it in a way that seems offensive, obviously. But no, it was actually remarkable. JB was around for a lot of the shooting, and so it was great to have the actual person there, because you could just ask questions and say, like, what was this like? You know, was this really how it happened? He's like, yeah, it was that awkward and awful. Like, it was really, really, that really happened.
And as for cricket, did you know much about that beforehand? And have you had a newfound appreciation for the sport since making this?
I certainly learned a lot being in India, because there's a cricket, a specific kind of cricket that they play. It's a 2020 or something like that, but it's the thing was called the IPL, which is this sort of all-star league of cricket that was broadcast in prime time while we were over there shooting, and it was really accessible and fun to watch because they're very short matches. So I did gain an appreciation for cricket and really did enjoy it.
I mean, it must be one of the great perks of this job is this ability to travel with your work. I mean, spending that amount of time in India must have been quite an incredible experience for you.
It was, and it is, and that's you're correct in saying that. It's like it is one of the incredible perks of doing this, is that you get to go around the world and experience these incredibly different, vibrant cultures, and you know, and someone else pays for it. That's even the best part.
And in a way, were you able to was real life, did that inform your performance? Because obviously JB is trying to adjust to this kind of new culture. And were you able to take from your own sort of experiences being a kind of an American?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't too difficult to play a fish out of water when shooting in India. You are assaulted on all sides with every sense is sort of overwhelmed when you're there. And that part was very, very cool. It was exciting. You know, it's hopefully that comes across in the film. It's that, you know, there's an energy in India that is overwhelming in many ways. And the fact, again, that this guy kind of comes into this completely different culture and tries to kind of navigate his way through is part of the story that we try to tell.
Of course, the end of Mad Men is not too far away now. It must be quite tough for you to keep, because I imagine obviously you shot it already.
We've already shot it. Yeah, we wrapped on July 3rd. And
you obviously got so many. You know everything that's going to happen. It must be quite tough because there must be so many people trying to find out to keep it all locked up.
Yeah, I mean it isn't. It's easy enough to say nothing about it. It's more challenging to kind of come up with clever, stupid things to say about the end. But it's exciting, obviously, and I can't wait for people to see it, especially, you know, given the fact that it's been 8 years of my life and a significant portion of my career. It's exciting to hopefully to share it with the world. But that will be a different press junket on a different day.
But it must be pretty sad as well that it's all sort of coming.
It's very much bittersweet. It's as I said, a large portion of my life and a larger portion of my career, but also like it's saying goodbye to a lot of friends, and it's saying goodbye to a character that I really liked playing. And the friends I will always have, the character I will no longer get to see. So that's very much a goodbye. So
just finally, of course, your career does lie predominantly in TV, but these days the line between TV and cinema is so blurred. It must be fantastic for actors such as yourself that there's not TV actors and film actors now. It's just sort of it's all the same.
There's certainly the sort of stigma of only being a TV actor has certainly been blurred to the point of being non-existent. And in fact, when you look at at least I could point to the actors that I'm nominated with for Emmys, and they're all film actors: Jeff Daniels and Kevin Spacey and Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. With the exception of me and Brian, it's quite a bit. It's a film-heavy crowd that we're listed with, and that's great. Look, it's wonderful to have the opportunity to move between both storytelling methods, because you do a movie like this and it's a specific story, and then you go and do a television show like Mad Men or whatever, and it's a longer form, but mostly it's the same storytelling aspects. It's just a longer form.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Cheers.
It's been a real pleasure.